You guys ever think about how there's random people out there who have a story about the weirdest person they've ever encountered, and it's you?
When I was about 16, my family went out to a restaurant for my dad's birthday. I excused myself to go to the bathroom. While I was in there, a woman stumbled and tripped into my stall. When I walked out, I was trying very hard not to giggle, so I quickly walked back to my table, sat down, grabbed a fry, and began telling the story, only to look up and see my family a couple of tables away. I had sat in someone else's unoccupied seat and ate their food. I was too embarrassed to say anything, so
My dad met this couple on vacation in France. We're Swiss. The man proceeded to tell my dad he had met a Swiss girl on his Geneva-Istanbul flight who had cried the entire flight because of her panic attacks, had a crash landing in the 90s. Turns out the Swiss girl was me. I remember him because he held my hand and made me laugh the entire time, and he remembered my first name. The odds! They all FaceTimed me.
Oh my God!
Hey, Mike, why would you say this out loud? Because no, I had never thought of that until now.
One time, the Workaholics guys were at my regular dive bar and I ate a lit cigarette in front of them. I'm not sure if it's a chart topper for them, but I'm sure I'm not at the bottom.
I was hiking the backcountry in Montana and was working my way back to a trail. I frequently hike barefoot. By the time I made it to the trail, I was in a sports bra and barefoot, bushy braids, and had to jump down onto the trail from a tree line. When I jumped down, a woman I walked into the path at the same time. She screeched and clutched her pearls, saying, "OMG, you're not wearing shoes! Where did you come from? My God!" I just laughed and she kept walking. I often think of how she tells this story.